All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah, and I'm out at the Woodland house. I don't know what this house is called. I did make up names for all the houses, but kind of forgot some of them. But I added a couch. There you go. Thanks for joining. Yes. So, it's a peaceful night in Minetestville. We're going to go explore. Turn off TVs. Oh, there's a bee. Oh, nice. And look at some building ideas and answer some remarks that were left. So, cool. I like this house. I like revisiting a lot of the properties. Let's go outside. Very cool. How, where'd the fish come? Oh, those aren't fish. Oh, I forgot to clean the pool. There we go. Pool's clean. And, yeah, so how's everybody doing out there? Fantastic. It is, and I'm recording this at night because it's 56 degrees in Chicagoland area. Yes, we're in fall. No, really? But, and, I want it to be summer. I want to move somewhere where it's always above 82 degrees. I will be very happy. So, we are checking out this house, obviously, but look at that. How would you, in real life, to have something like this? See, you get a lot of rock stars and sports people, and they get a little money and they get in trouble. Somebody give me $1 billion. I'll just create like the ultimate playhouse. See, look at that. That's so cool. So let us go to daytime. Nice. And we're going to go walk around because I want to try out a building idea. That's one thing. The other thing is I saw that they released, so on my Linux system, they released Minetest 5.9.1. And I went, uh-oh, here we go again. So I backed everything up. Look at that house. That's sharp. Even that one's cool. So I backed everything up, and I know because my Linux machine automatically updated to 5.9.1. So on the Mac, I created everything, and I downloaded 5.9.1 and booted it up, and no change. Everything's fine. So I tried looking up to see if there was a change log, anything detailing why, anything that changed, and nothing. They don't even, all they say is 5.9.1 was released in late September, the date, and that was it. They didn't give any reason why or what it fixed. So I don't know, but it's running. Everything's running good. And because of that one mod, it saved everything. So we can go on. Fish out of water down there. Oh, nice. So one of the things was, Simicon talked about they had a car show at Ellis Big Boy. Now, in Berwyn, I remember when I was like 6 or 7, I lived in Berwyn, Illinois, and around that area, they had a Tops Big Boy with this big, huge statue of like a pudgy little man holding up a burger in one hand. And the food was, I remember nobody had complaints about the food. The food was good, but those kind of restaurants went by the wayside. And at our car show, there was a person there that had the Topps Big Boy thing, the person, but it was short, and it was on a 1950s luxury car, and it had the little drive-in, the tray that would rest on the side window, and so when you ate in your car, it was a big thing back then. But yeah, the car shows were always cool. It says that the Hamburger Classic Big Boys, they were 99 cents on that day. Cool. And then we go down to at EG-CM5TH. Okay. And welcome. And in the video, you mentioned other YouTube channels that have Minetest Let's Plays. I found a few more recently, but I don't know if they ever found any from several years ago. There was a couple, and I cannot remember their name. You could still find their videos on YouTube, but they kind of gave up. So if you look at all your big Minecraft channels, Andy Yoda, Corrales, people that they're the hardcore big time Minecrafters. We never really had anybody on the Minetest side that stuck it out. One of the reasons is because Minetest is not as popular as Minecraft, even though you could obviously see what I've created. But these are people that have millions of subs, and I just hit 1496. Wow. And that's so cool. I never imagined having this many. So, and I've been doing this for 4 years, pretty much once a week. And, it's not Minecraft. So, you're not going to have the market share there. And I purposely chose Minetest, not only because I played it, but because nobody else was doing it. So when you look at a Minecraft channel, there's, hundreds of thousands of people watching every episode. And so it's easier to stay motivated. It's easier to continue, look at the shadow, to continue to build and, collaborate and do Let's Plays and special things. But it's kind of harder when you have such a niche audience and, something that's not as popular. But it doesn't have to be. And, I'll still always come back to Minetest. I've played Minecraft, but I always gravitate towards back to Minetest. And it's just like my operating systems. Years and years ago, when I first discovered Linux, I would use Linux maybe 95% of the time, but I had to use Windows at work. And I had a Windows machine because I had some games I played. But over the years, and those games are no longer supported. I had NASCAR 2005 and Microsoft Midtown Madness, and one of my favorite, Need for Speed, and it was the version. I can't remember the name of the version. Why isn't this door? Oh, there we go. I can't remember the name of the version, but I played these. These were on Windows XP. And, when you kept moving up, and I never, they had NASCAR 2007, 2008, and everything else. I just never wanted to move up to those levels. Now it won't let me out. So what I did, the reason why I won't open up and let me out is because I had changed the, oh, there we go. I had changed, there's a block. Where did I put the, huh. Now I'm going to dig up half the room to find, oh, there it is. So the gate controller, what is down there? Ooh, that's scary. Okay. The gate controller, to make the doors open, I had to bury them farther down so that they didn't open while you were on the street. But in the new settings, you can set the distance between the player detector. So these are all set real far. I got to go in and change them. That's all. Which is really neat because there was also a settings to make fences into where you couldn't jump over them. The default fence. What do you mean? Well, if I take it has to be a default fence. I think it was that one. So if you try to jump over, it's not that one. I always choose wrong. It's this one. Watch, it's going to prove me wrong. Oh, see, I can't get over it. Which means I went back down to the farm and lowered, I had the fences double high. Because the cows were jumping on top of the cow's back and then going over the fence. I did not want that. So, that's fixed. I'm trying to find an area here to do a little experiment to see how something is going to look. But I kind of boxed myself in. So I'm going to go find an area that we can mess around in and not worry about. But then again, you get to see some more parts of the town. Anybody new here? This is what I created with all this. There was another question that we'll address right quickly before we go off. At Antonical 8478. He talked about a mod called Cellivator. And that it was finally released, but it adds lag. And I took a look at the mod, and the mod is really interesting because it's an elevator mod similar to real-time elevators. This one over here, which you build it. Here's the elevator top and the bottom. You go in, you click it, you can go to lower floor. So this is really cool. Why is there running water? Yes, I know I'm by water, but okay. And it has the elevator, it's like a 3x3. It's a huge elevator. And I just couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to recognize floors. And it gives an instruction manual. Uh-oh. That was new. It gave an instruction manual on how to work it. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with it some more because the Telnet is cool, but that's Cellivator. And there was another mod similar to that. Let's go out to test one. Where does that lead me? Oh, right where I wanted to be. Very cool. This is where I went off and did all my testing. There's still some fish there. Cool. And yeah. So I'm still playing with it. This is I'm not getting rid of this building. I have to find a place for it because I really like the look of the building, but I need to move that. I needed to move my new aquarium somewhere, and this building seemed a little bit out of place. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down here. We're going to call that 1. Make sure we have everything listed here. And just to be on the safe side, we're going to call this 2. That works. Make sure we have everything in the building. Yes. Look at that. There's I didn't know that happened. Why is that? That's carpet. Dark gray carpet. There wasn't another floor on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Huh. So I'm going to save this as... I get rid of that. Bye. I'm going to save this building. Go in here to World Edit. Save and load. I need to call it something that I'm going to remember. Cool building. And save. And yes. 1,319 nodes saved. Very cool. And we saved it. Very nice. So let's come over here and let's, I have no idea where I'm at. This area is kind of cool though. But I wanted, that thing is blocking out the sun. And I'm lagging. Even though I'm at 59 FPS. So I wanted to look at different glass. And let's see here. These are the glass. So I wanted black pane, white. Ooh, orange. I want to see how that idea looks. Because we do have there's a couple of buildings along my way to work that it has like golden. That's really orange. So who knows? Who else was there? Oh, it says hi. Let's see, at Amalia. It says here, hi Richard, since I've been, my glasses. My eye itched. And I ended up poking my glasses. And they're wedged in between my headphones. So, there is that. But it says, hi Richard, I followed you since 2020. Good job. Thank you. I downloaded your world. I have some questions. You have a lot of mods. Yes, I do. Last I counted, it was 168. I have some questions. You have a lot of mods. How do you avoid the limit of 32,768 registered nodes? I reached it on my server. What is the purpose of putting the mods in the world directory? Thanks. The reason why I put in the world directory, if we come over here real quick, open up Finder and go to my directory, which is Minetest, and you'll see here mods. These are mods that you download from content.db, and these mods will get updated. But the mods, if I go into the world folder, into the RGS folder, that's the name of the world that you're seeing, there's a world mods folder. These mods that are in this folder supersede anything in the Minetest world folder. So if I had a version of colored_clay mod in here, and it was different from the colored_clay mod in the mods folder, this one would supersede it. The reason why I do that is because these mods should not be updated. Especially because when I started this world, I'm trying to find Dream Builder. Dream Builder was a mod pack and not a game. So I can't, there it is, Dream Builder. Now there are several mods in the Dream Builder mod pack that I modified. So if there was an update to this, it would wipe out all my modifications. Mainly the street lamps, and there's some other mods where I've played with the textures or the functionality in the init.lua file where I wanted it to do a certain thing. So it cannot be updated. If it updates, it's going to break, or you're going to see those blocks with the question marks on them. How do I stay away from the 32,700 and what was it? 32,768. So what happens is when you add a mod, especially when I'm playing in creative mode, every time you add a mod that registers a block within the game, let's get out of here. There we go. If there's 10 different variations of blocks, such in the case of like here, that all counts. So I had to be very, very careful of the mods that I chose. And I have hit that limit very many times and had to limit the world to the mods. This world will not run rope bridges. And I love that mod. But if I put that mod on this world, it won't work. So let's grab that. So unfortunately, you have to limit the amount of registered nodes. What did I put out here? I was doing something out here. I don't know what it is. So let us see. I want to go to here. Let us see how this is going to look. Now these are in the center. I kind of didn't want that. I wanted something on... I wanted it on the edge. But if I do that... So what I wanted to create... Oh, that'll work. That don't look bad. Okay, let's continue. I'm not counting, which I should have been. So the idea was to build a building, but I want completely smooth sides. I don't know. I have done something similar, but using the L panes. Let's go back to glass. And so here's gray panes. So the problem with those is they put the lines in there. Now that's not really that bad. I have a couple that are like that, but I want something very smooth. So what we can do, there's an unbelievable amount of lag. So we're going to do that, look straight up, and stack this by, let's see, 4, 8, 12. So 11. But it kind of doesn't have... It kind of doesn't have... I mean, it's not bad. The problem with this is that there's no definition. It's just completely smooth. But the gold does that, or that orange. I might be able to do something with that. What other colors do we have? We had cyan and green. Nice tree. How does the cyan look? What is going? Okay. I'm digging the orange. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, on the fourth one, we need something that's going to set it off. So let us do this. Let's go to baked, and that's a block. Ooh, I forgot about that. That's a cornerstone. I wonder. That's kind of cool. I wonder. See, it does need some kind of definition. Now for the corner. I don't know, we can create something cool with that. I have no idea what is causing the lag. That's kind of nice. So here's what we're going to do. Let's try a little experiment here as we're playing around. I know we're at 30 minutes, but you know what? Let's just go. Let's finish our thought here. And just play with this. Because this is how I will usually I'll have an inspiration. But the inspiration I had came from a building that I think the inspiration that I had came from a business where the building had all straight sides. The problem comes in with that the windows were more visible. The windows were visible. The windows were more transparent. And I think that's where the problem, that's what I'm not liking about this. But I do like the effect that I'm getting from this. And I kind of wish that those glass sat on the edge of the node, not in the center. And usually I'm sitting there, I want. So we're going to do, let's see, this. How do I want to do this? Oh, that's in the center. It's not going to matter. I'm sitting there overthinking. So 2. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stack this by 1. Let's see some magic. Where'd that tree come from? So we're going to stack this by 1. Bam. Look at that. I don't think there's enough. Let's play. Let's go back in and stack it by 2. Hey, that's kind of cool. Let's go 3. And that's how you can create floors too. I don't know. I like it. See, so basically this would be a floor here. And if I would have thought about it, I could have put a floor in. But you see, I didn't think about it. So, story of my life. Are there any more questions? At Briley said you should run for office and keep solving all the world's problems. If only it was that easy. If only it was that easy. And then at Swinob 616, about your saturation problems, you should try enable shaders and check filmic tone mapping. Yeah, I already tried that. I went back in and I checked them, and I already have those checked. And so what I am looking at is I choose a floor here. What I am looking at, I did find a couple settings that pertain to exposure. So I am going to mess around with those. What do I want here? I don't want baked clay block or brick or slabs. I want, no, they're over here. Brown and gray. Cool. So the problem is that's dark. Doesn't matter. So if you really wanted to play what I usually, if you really wanted to make that tool useful, we're going to real quickly cover this in because I'll show you anything inside that world. Now, anybody that has used World Edit knows what I'm going to do. So you can create floors very, very easily. And there's a couple of people that do know. So when I created the rooms in the hotel, what that ended up doing was I copied the room a certain way by not copying one of the walls. So because it would have double walled it. There's a way of doing it where you could build a room however you like it and then use that to duplicate the rooms. So we're going to go over here and we're going to go 2 and we're going to do the same thing. 1 2 3. We're going to go up this stack 3. So you notice nothing changed, but look at that. We have a ceiling and we have a roof. No, I think oh, I'm in the ground. One of the problems is I only had 3, so these are 9-foot ceilings. But for a business, I think it needed to go more. And the other thing is to put, these trees just popped in. Okay. That's kind of a cool idea. Not with the green and green black. Now it's glitching real bad too. That's fine. That's my settings. So I'm thinking we could do something really, really cool with these patterns. Oh. I mean, your imagination is the limit here. Let's do this one more time. Cool. I don't know, that's kind of a cool building. Now I can change those ridges, and I could also introduce, instead of having that out with all the detail, you could also take a slab, and so if I took this, went into here, went to there, I could make it either a slab, and what that would do, and stand that slab up. But you see, it doesn't stick out. But if I come back in here and I take this one and do the same thing, I can reduce that ridge down to just that. So that's an idea also. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with this because I really do like I can also, instead of using that one, I think there's that's gray, but that would be a lighter color. Oh, white. Wow. You can see how that one would look. I think the white would cause less the white would blend in better, but the black, I think I need more windows. I think I need at least 5. So let's do this real quickly before we go. We're going to go here. And we did that one there. Go here. We're going to move this. We're going to move this by 2. So move by 2. Move region. Let's go see what we damaged. Oh, okay. And then we're going to go 1 and we're going to go 1 and 2. And now we're going to stack that. Let me out. We're going to stack that by 2. Okay, so that does that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do 1 and getting everybody motion sickness here. 2. Now that might we're going to stack that by 3. And we're going to see how our proportions. Not bad. So we stacked it by 5. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to play around and do some more with that. I think I need a base layer. Since we have one at the top and I could do one at the bottom. I think that would set it off. Very cool. So let us take a screenshot. Wait a minute. Oh. That's what I wanted. Okay. We will, there we go. Oh, I know what that, there we go. All right. So that's going to do it. I'm not bored with Minetest. I have kind of run out of ideas. I have a lot of ideas. I just don't know which ones I want to do. Now, the bad thing about this building is you can't see out. You could see a little bit of the dome. The farther back, you see, the farther back you are, you can see out. So I guess that's kind of cool, but just going to have to use it. I do like the idea of this. And we could put in some automatic doors. and go from there. So I'm going to play some more with this and to see where we might be able to use something like that, because in the area of, wait a minute. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna be here forever. We're gonna be lost. No, here we go. In the area that is it test 3? Ooh. How about that? I got it. I nailed it. So we're back to reality. Where would that building look good? So you see here, I tried pulling off the same effect, and I think this glass is better, but this is the gray glass on the Automotive Museum. And I made it so that the glass wrapped around the building, but I wanted a more seamless. But that looks cool too. And here was another one like that. So the actual lines give it definition. So we're gonna have to play with that, because I do like that idea. Where would we put a building like that? I don't know. And I was trying to, now this is kind of cool too, but this is my custom glass. And I purposely put the bars in there for definition. So you can see on some of the buildings that glass looks really good. So I don't know. I'm going to play with it some more. And I'm going to play with the colors, because I really think that would turn into a pretty cool office building. And go from there. So we're going to come back out here to this house. That's the cool thing about owning your own world, is I have all the rooms, and I'm gonna go. No, you know what? This is the house that has the home theater. No, not that one. This one. This has the home theater. Now that's a home theater. So, yes, it took me an hour to come up with that line. Cool. So we're going to go hang out by the pool, because we can. Yes, I do know that this is it's a game. I'm joking. So there. But there you go. Nice. So thank you very much for watching. I think more of the videos where I try to come up with ideas on just fleshing out new ideas. I really think that building would work. I just have to find a place to put it. And instead of going 5, reduce it to 4. Because I think now, before there was not enough room, but now there's too much room. So we'll go from there. We'll play around with it and see where we go. So thank you very much for joining. And until the next video, goodbye.